bad when y'all was still in church. The God speaking, tell a deacon he can kneel in dirt. Just me breathing on this shit that had your feelings hurt.
What's up, world? Welcome back to Spoken Facts. I'm Factz. I have two special guests tonight. Sorry on the delay of the podcast and keeping y'all guys waiting, but I'm coming back with more Spoken Facts. We're going to talk more about Malongo. I would like for my guests to introduce themselves. All right, tonight we're going to give y'all some questions. We're going to talk about some things, and we're going to ask a couple of questions about some things, and we're going to speak on some facts. A lot of facts that's going to be given. I have a couple of questions. This podcast won't be too long, but I have a couple of questions, and this will give you the introduction of dealing with Malongo as far as what people consider as Paulo. All right, so the first question I have for my godfather right here, what is Paulo?
Bueno, Paulo comes from different tribes, from Congo, Cameroon, Angola, and it was at the time of slavery when they took the slavery to Cuba and other parts of Brazil. And with them, they brought a lot of slaves from the Congo, like I said, Angola, Cameroon,
Okay.
which they were taken to Cuba and all those parts in the Caribbean and South America.
Okay. Where is the Congo located at?
Damn, you're gonna give me geography now, bro? You know, that's the west part of Africa, bro.
Yo, this is gonna be a funny ass podcast.
From there, you know, there was also Portuguese, they slave traders, British, Spaniards.
All right,
you know, and they
cool.
were taken to some part of the world.
All right, cool.
The western part of the world.
All right, Factz, can you give me some information on what Paulo is?
Paulo is dealing with more of a nature aspect. You know.
Okay.
That you get more of a nature, more of a deep divine, close network of nature.
Okay.
It's more of a nature-based religion with the air, thunder, Malongo, which is nature.
Okay.
And all that is energy combined, which all those companies used to use in advantage and to communicate with those energies.
Okay. Cool. All right. So how do people get into Paulo?
Well, the main thing when people come into Paulo, the main thing they have to find out is if they have a spirit.
No, right.
Congo spirit, most likely, just to throw some name out there like Francisco, Jose, Jacinto, that come with those paths, meaning that when they were alive, there was also an Malongo.
All right.
And some people, they had entity spirituality that works that way, and those spirits guide them into what we call Malongo, or commonly known as Paulo.
Okay. All right. So when they are trying to find if they have a Congo spirit, what do they need to search for as far as trying to get someone to find it? What would they need to? Who would they need to try to contact? Or
most people they find out through spiritualism. What they call Mesa Blanca, doing spiritual masses. You know, they sit down and when they go to the masses in some meetings, they might say, listen, you have a spirit that come with a Congo path, so on and so forth. And that's how little by little we start learning about that.
Okay. All right, cool. Rod, do you have any, do you have anything to put out there as far as how do people get into Paulo?
I would just suggest somebody, do their research and try to find the, best possible place to place themselves. So a person can direct them in the right direction.
Right, in the right direction. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to the next question. What is the process of getting into a house of Malongo or Paulo?
First of all, you have to, these two different things. You could have a Congo spirit, but you don't have to get strapped or initiated.
Okay.
Right? And if you have a spirituality that comes with that path, and if you have to get initiated, then people, what I suggest people do is to find some reputable, respectable house.
A respectable house, right?
And get to know the person, associate with the person, you know, and find out that that person is knowledgeable enough to take them to the rite of passage, what we call initiation.
Okay, cool. Robert, do you have any, Sanchez Wright, Tata Sanchez Wright, do you have any input on that? As far as what's the process of getting into a house, Apollo house or Malongo house?
I mean, like I said before, it's just basically doing your research and trying to stay positive, stay positive thinking with it, you know what I'm saying? Because you can get yourself in a situation where you don't understand really what's going on because you haven't been explained what's going on.
Okay. Cool.
Another thing that's part of the process. Let's say, for example, let's say you have to get initiated. Right?
Okay.
So what do? You go to whatever enso or monanso, and that person has to read it. So you have in front of them and do a reading.
Okay. So get a reading.
Yes. You get a reading, and from that point forward, if the person that is giving you the reading, that is giving you the reading, through the reading, they will find out if that person has to go to the station.
Okay.
Ellos, Tata, no entiendo, Guatoganga, is when you follow it, or you have to be in the reading, or that.
Okay.
They say that they say yes. So then it's another process. The person has to come with certain item, rum, con malafo or green banana, mango, dry wine, malafo says, whatever the person in the monanso requires.
Okay. So basically like an offer?
It's like a presentation, then know that you go part of the monanso.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. What are some things to look for into a person? Like if a person is searching to try to find Malongo.
Which means trying to find Malongo.
Like if a person is trying to find someone or trying to find Paulo, okay? If a person is trying to find that, what do you look for as far as looking into people? What are some signs that people give off to show?
So one, we're going to clarify, there's no searching.
No searching.
There's no searching for Malongo.
All right. Let's clear that up.
Let's
clear that up right quick. There's no searching. Remember that, people. There's no searching.
Yeah. What you require. Ask questions.
Right.
You can ask questions. When you look around, you have to ask certain questions. Observe how the people, relate with God kids.
Okay.
That nature. And then, first of all, that when we give you a reading, they have to find out if that in case accept you.
Okay.
Because you might come for initiation, but maybe in that monanso, you're not accepted.
Okay.
People they might feel some kind of way, but you don't know. You're gonna give that person problem, or that same person from that monanso, he's gonna give you problem.
Okay.
So you gotta ask if the kisi accepts you. ¿Tú entiendes? And if he says yes, cheche, adelante.
Okay.
If he says no, then hey, thank God, just keep moving along and find somewhere else.
Okay. What is some you are Tata, you are a godfather, all right? So when someone is in the seek of help, when someone needs help, and your Nikisi says no, can you refer them to someone else?
Why? If you're knowledgeable Tata, you have an Nkisi, why you want to say you're not gonna help?
Oh,
you have to help people.
Okay.
And in Nganga, back in the days, it wasn't the item per se, the pot. No,
okay.
The Nganga, it was you. They used to call Nganga the person, the medicine man.
Medicine man, right?
That was the Nganga.
Okay.
So if that person coming to your house, why you want to say, no, I'm not going to help you die. Fuck you, I ain't going to help you out. Doesn't make sense, right? So the spirit is there to help.
Yeah, to help.
That's what he's going to do.
Okay, all right, cool.
Unless the person doesn't know what the heck they're doing.
And what they're doing, yeah.
And might get on his shoes like, oh, I cannot help you. You got to go somewhere else, and that's another thing.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to ask another question. Tata said you right. Do you have any inputs opinion on that, or it's
your experience? Now, what's your experience?
What's your experience, Tata? Said you right.
First of all, you got to be presented. You know what I'm saying? Once you be presented, like you said, and they ask, you know what I'm saying? You know, is you accept it, and then, you know what I mean, you go through the process. And if you ain't accepted, you still have to be, you have to give a person, if they come for help, you have to give them a solution. Some type of solution to the problem. You know what I'm saying?
So a person just can't leave just flat out with nothing.
He came there for you to help him.
If you came there, okay. That's what I'm trying to get about.
If you come to me, I get to give you a reading, you have some problems. I have to read you and give you a solution.
All right.
You cannot walk out of my house without a solution.
Okay.
I gotta resolve your problem.
You gotta resolve the problem. Okay. All right, let's go move on to the next question then. Y'all have any inputs, anything y'all want to share about any type of experiences that you guys might have had or dealt with as far as things of energies or any type of spiritual beings? Have any input, anything y'all would like to say?
I have 1,000.
You got 1,000
specific.
Okay, let's put one out there.
No, tell me what kind of experience you have.
Sickness. A person with sickness.
Okay.
A person with sickness. Say for instance, someone comes to you and say for instance, someone comes to you and their mother is on a deathbed.
Okay. Their mother's on the they come to me.
They come to you to get help.
The mother I'm gonna ask them a question. Can your mother come?
Okay.
If the mother can come, then I would rather read her in front. Rather than kiss her.
Okay.
If the mother, let's say for example, in a situation where she's in bed and she cannot come, then I ask her name, birthday, and I would tell that person, once we find out what the problem is, let's say for example, un cambio de cabeza, change of head, that means to try to give her a little more time. Or who knows, only the spirits know, maybe to heal her, who knows. Okay. So I would ask her, okay, bring me some part of her clothing, bring it with you, and so on and so forth, and then you are no one to say, this is how you gonna say word. You gotta ask the spirit. You gotta ask them to kiss it. Okay. Every step of the way, anything that you do, you have to ask them to kiss it. You have to throw Chamanolo because he's the one working. We only tools that they use to take that message and that help across. Okay. So every step that you do, I ask them to kiss it. Oh yeah, man. Can we do it? Yeah. Okay, cool. What do I need? This? Throw Chamalongo. No, you don't need that. Okay, I move to that. Can I use this? Yeah. And I continue until I find until he gives me the solution. Okay. Not me. He does.
All right. When you say he, who you referring to?
Dentista.
Dentista.
What is dentista? Receptacle, pod, how they call it, receptacle, prenda, different names for it. Okay. Dango. Depends the house, how they call it. Okay. Maybe they choose to call it.
Okay. Whatever the name the house chooses to call it. They're Nikis. All right.
They call it ganga, they call it my candango, my pod, my prenda. Those are words that identify that object that is peace.
Okay, cool. All right, let's move on to this next question. What kind of questions should people ask when they're dealing with power?
What kind of question? Do I have to get initiated?
Okay.
Why? Once again, they tell you have a Congo spirit, but you don't have to get initiated.
Okay, cool.
Because if you don't have to get initiated, they could cause so much problems in your spirituality, in your life. Because you're not supposed to go that far. Sometimes people with a spiritual pot or putting something to represent that spirit, they're fine. And they don't have to get initiated. Some people only got to get presented, and they're fine. Some people got to go a step farther.
Okay.
Initiation, as an engayo or as a dada, it depends.
Okay, what is an engayo?
Well, an engayo is certain kind of institution. Engayo, like I said, Wakakongadas are the person that comes and they usually come for help and participate in certain ceremonies. And then you have engayo. Engayo, you initiate it, but you're not a high priest. As an engayo, nowadays they give you all kinds of stuff. They give you cero. They give you all kinds of, but in my days, you was an engayo, that you're initiated, but you're not a high priest. Therefore, you're not supposed to have an inganga, an inkisi. You're not supposed to have a lucero because you're not a high priest.
Okay.
But that's in those days. Now, after the millennium, everybody having a kitchen themselves.
Okay.
And there's another thing that's called the Marco Cacarilla. That is completely nonsense. I forgot the name of it. The Marco Cacarilla. They don't call them wrong.
Okay.
And that's garbage. Why? Because what makes the initiation valid is the oath that you make, the blood that forces the Tapularangana.
Okay.
So what makes that connection in that oath is your blood, what we call menga, is not there, then there's no oath.
Okay.
And then they have jubilación. They call it jubilación. Jubilación.
Okay.
Then,
Okay.
if you're jubilado, why you gonna have an kiss? You're not initiated. You went to initiation.
You ain't gonna do it.
So why are they gonna give you the kiss?
Yeah,
Why are they gonna give you the kiss? It's common sense a lot. Common sense a lot.
You better be ready to go.
So you're jubilated or jubilado, you cannot do nothing. Nothing in this religion.
Okay. What's the process as far as the waiting time for an Gayo to become a top?
It depends. It took me about 5 years. I wasn't even 5 years. And then the pastor started.
Okay.
And I received my lucero when I became my top.
You said what now?
I received my lucero when I was passed.
Okay. So you had to wait 5 years. Everybody's process is different.
It's different. Everyone is different. Depending on the person, to me, it depends, in my opinion, it depends on the person's spirituality.
Okay.
The spiritual advancement or development that this specific person has.
Okay. All right, cool.
There's people that they're not initiated, but they have a spirit that tell you everything that goes in initiation, and they're not initiated. Don't get it.
Yeah.
It happens. Situations like that happen.
Okay. Do you have anything on that, Rob? I mean, Tata CX Radio?
That's the way it goes, If you ain't connected, it ain't valid.
Okay, it ain't valid. What y'all have any advice to people that's trying to get themselves together spiritually?
Fundamental. Something that is very fundamental that everybody should have before you do any initiation, do mocha, palo, meaning whatsoever, is la mesa spiritual, what they call the white thing. That is fundamental in every human being. If you don't have that, you're not going to have any progress spiritually in anything.
Okay.
What is the mesa blanca? Your own spirit that you're born with. You have to develop it. How can you work with something that you're going to receive, but you don't even know how to work what you have?
Yeah. Okay. Is that a hard process for people to learn how to work with their own spirit?
But give me something simple. Very simple. Again, and it just takes time and dedication.
Time and dedication.
Dedication. A lot of cleansing. A lot of spiritual cleansing, spiritual bath. Prayers.
Prayer.
Prayer is the food of the soul. We eat to live. We gotta eat food to sustain ourselves. The spirit, to develop it, you have to give the prayer. That's how they evolve. That's how they transcend. That's how they help you transcend.
Transcend of you and using your own spirit.
Yeah. That's the basic. That's foundation.
How dangerous can your own spirit be?
The spirit cannot be dangerous to you.
But
Your own spirit, your own spiritual guide is there to protect you and guide you through life.
Okay.
Spirit, your spirit don't punish you. That's nonsense.
Yeah. All right.
Like I told you before. And I see the nonsense of people. Oh, you don't do this, your spirit is going to punish you. That's bullshit. Why? What they do is they warn you the first time. Listen, don't go down this path. You go again, let's see, listen, don't go down this path. The third time, what they do is they step back. And let you go through it.
They watch you.
It's not that they punish you. And they, you go through some hardship and it's them. No, it's bullshit. They just go back because you didn't listen the first time. You didn't listen the second time.
Yeah.
Therefore, they step back and say, okay, you do you.
All right, all right. When I heard you speaking earlier, I heard you say the difference. I want to correct me if I'm wrong when you said that.
Never mind me. I lost my cigarette and my coffee. I'm good. I'm good money. Go ahead.
I heard you say, I think I heard you speak about Risha. Okay, what's the difference between Risha and Paulo?
Different things. Culture, language, location.
Okay, give me that one more time. You said it.
Culture, language, location.
Culture,
Traditions. Everything
language,
is different.
and tradition.
Everything is different.
Everything is different. Okay, all right. So people that does now, can you mix the two?
You can't.
Huh?
You can't.
You can't.
You cannot.
No, I'm just saying, can a person do Ocha and can a person do Paulo?
Oh yeah, they could, but I mean, mixing it as one thing, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
you,
right.
example, you know, you initiate. Let's
Yeah.
say that tomorrow your path or your destiny take you to doing Ocha. Yes, you
Okay.
can do it.
All right, but you have to keep it separate.
Yeah, you cannot mix one thing with the other. You
Okay.
cannot put your Inquisio, your Nganga in the Santo book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, everything it depends on people's destiny. Back in the days, and a predicta was a predicta, a palero was a palero, and a olorisha, which is the priest, it was an olorisha. They didn't mix. Nowadays, it's all a mix. You are predicta, you're santero, you're palero, you everything. But in those days, what I had predicta, this one was a palero, and this one was a olorisha.
Okay. Nowadays they
And
just
then with
mix it up.
time, I guess with time, as time passes, let's say some people have some certain path,
Yeah.
so they cross and they do those initiation,
Mhm.
and that continues from that point forward. But yes, you could be initiated in power, and later on, if your destiny, that's your path, your destiny path, to do Ocha, your own spirits. I'm telling you, si te rayo o saravanda, your spirit, the spiritual guide, they will guide you through that path.
Okay. They will guide you to that path of doing Orisha. Okay. All right. Cool. So as far as dealing with the Orisha, or matter of fact, dealing with Malongo, how strict is Malongo?
Very strict. Strict in the sense, it's simple. You have an oath, so you get initiated. You have to swear, you have to make an oath of certain things. As long as you follow that, you're good.
Okay.
Like, as long as you follow the message and the advices, you're good.
Okay.
You fucked up, that's it, you're done.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not like Ocha or Richa where he's merciful and give you
Ocha, so you
chances
say Ocha is merciful.
Yeah, he's more
lenient.
He's more, will give you more chances. And
Okay.
follow you, you swore this and you broke it. That's it. You're gonna get your ass whooped.
No, wow. Get whooped. Y'all hear that, people? You getting whooped. You step out of that line and do something that you're not supposed to do. You will be punished.
Fuck your whole shit up.
Fuck your whole shit up.
That's it.
Hey, yo, for real. So you people that's out here thinking that you can do whatever you want to do when it comes to Malongo, no, it's not gonna happen.
And kissing along with something, you have people that buy it and you have people that are born with it.
Yeah.
Simple. Now these people, they have the money, they find it enticing, the power, the energy, and they have the money and they buy it. And there's some people that they love this, that they born for this, that this run to the vein, you feel it in the soul.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of things a lot of people be doing. Trying to buy and not study or have it in their blood. So, with that being said, the people that come to you that does, I guess, more of, what would you call it, doing things they're not supposed to do, how many chances? Matter of fact, let me word this question right. Let me word this right. What are some things that, what are some,
Nigga right here, got him in the fucking strict diet with no sugar, no cream. Bullshit.
Wait, see live. Hey yo, this man can't be getting up from the table, going to get coffee, baby.
That's my gasoline, bro.
Hey, you see this shit, right?
You gotta keep the top shit.
Ain't no sugar, look at that shit.
Oh man, you like that gasoline, baby? You sound like I'm chocolate.
Go to the next question.
All right, so I want Rob to be sitting there. Because this about to be, yeah, go ahead and pour some, slide that bottle on here. We're gonna make sure they go on the live. It's my coffee, baby. Come on. So,
Like I'm tired, man.
so
We'll put it over today.
We'll put it over.
A lot of work.
So this is the thing about it. What are some questions? I'll take me a cup of coffee too, y'all. Don't Roy, you better get that
Come
fine.
on, brother. Come on, let's go with it. Now you gotta get some out of tired, boy.
Let's get some of that nasty shit. Let's sing it. Let's keep this thing rolling, Bobby.
Let's go now.
So, all right, Tata. What are some things that people can do? What are things that I guess you would call a Tata? Because every Tata belongs to a house.
Oh, well, remember, this is another level.
Okay.
Guato con ganda, el grillo, tata and tata and kiss.
Tata and Keeks.
Right.
Okay, so you
Tata
break that down. Break that down one more
Guato con
time.
ganda,
And so the ganga,
guato con ganda,
Matoko
el
ganga,
grillo,
Ingenio,
tata
Tata,
and tata and kiss.
Tata and
Tata
Keeks.
and kiss is the word says the father of an ganga or an kiss. Or owner of an kiss.
Over the Keeks. Okay.
So if you don't have an kiss, you cannot call yourself, I'm a tata and kiss malongo. You can do that.
If you don't have a
If you
Keeks.
don't have you don't have an kiss. You are tata. Point blank.
Okay. All right. Woo, that was nasty. Anyway.
Powerful music, right?
Powerful music. Just woke my eyes up.
I need it.
All right. So, what can a Tata? No, let's go back. And then Gayo, because the Gayo is a step up under Tata. Comprende?
Yeah.
All right. So, what can an Ngayo do to get kicked out of a house of Malone?
Depends. One again, it depends. There's some people that they engage you and and they start doing all kinds of shit. They learn a little bit here, go to the internet, learn this and that.
Okay. Internet is very powerful and dangerous.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, because people read a lot of stuff and then they think they are more than what they are. All right.
And then they go and they start doing shit in the street. That will get you kicked the fuck out of your house.
Okay. Doing things in the street.
Yeah.
Can we be a little more specific on what people do?
Well, these people that right now, they tata, right?
Okay.
Boom. They give them a lucero.
Hold on, say that again.
Let's say you're a tata,
You're a
they
tata.
give you un lucero guardiero. So this is more lucero. They
A small
usually
lucero.
receive, right?
All right.
Let's say that you have
That an Ngayo receive or a Tata receive?
tata. No engage, a tata.
A Tata receives
right?
it in Lucero.
El lucero guía.
And what is that Lucero is used for? What is that? What is the purpose of them receiving that Lucero?
And just like I said, a guy.
As a guy, to do what?
El lucero guía, you could read with it. It helps you to learn how to connect with the cases. Don't think that with your lucero.
Okay.
And in that process that you're engaged in that, your responsibility is to show up, learn how to do ensala, how to do the rezo. I think there are different ensalas to do, learn the language and cleaning and so on and so forth.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Now, when you have, let's say I give you Lucero Guía.
Okay. Lucero Guido?
Yeah, Lucero Guía.
Guido.
Lucero
Yeah,
Guía.
Guido.
Some people they call it El Cuyo.
And then Kudu. Okay.
So, let's say you have that. You still don't have the right to scratch anybody because that's a Lucero Guía.
Okay. So you can't scratch nobody.
You cannot.
No.
You cannot scratch anyone
With a Lucero Guía.
with a Lucero. Okay.
Lucero
All
Guia.
right. And that's considered as a
Why?
Kudu
Because
order.
it's a process.
It's a process, all right?
when they give you an enkisi, okay, then they have this ceremonies that they gotta give you. That they gotta do a ceremonial de embelecoto or the nine, so you could kill, embelenaning, the enkisi that you was born from, give you the licencia so you could initiate somebody.
And then licencia is the
licencia is permission.
Permission or license.
Licencia. It's a Portuguese word, licencia.
Okay.
One thing that from the slave masters, they said licencia is actually permission. Also know that.
Okay. Let's break that down. Let's break that down. Right. You're speaking a different language, and some people might not understand what you're saying. So when they hear you say it, they need to know, as far as a person is trying to search or trying to find a house to find a house to join. They need to know the right saying or the right wording.
Well, not necessarily, because you just started.
Okay.
Your responsibility is, once you become part of the Monanzo, let's say, for example, that you're an engager, your responsibility is to learn, and your godfather's responsibility is to teach. Okay. So, like I was saying with Rosilogia, you're limited. You cannot initiate anybody.
You cannot initiate.
Okay, so what is something that is for you, to guide you, to help you in your problems, to
open the doors.
Yeah, open the doors, so on and so forth. So your padrino, your tata is supposed to teach you how to work with it. That's not for you to go and scratch anybody, initiate anybody inside of that. Because it's not an inquisition, okay. And people do that nowadays.
Okay.
I'm
pretty sure that's a horrible punishment. If somebody's doing it. And that's one thing that somebody can do to get kicked out of the house.
Exactly. Because if you have an Cuyo and you go in somewhere in West Bubblefuck and you start initiating somebody because you're not with your elder and you figured you could do that, people doesn't know, so they're gonna think that you have an Inkisi. So you're gonna start doing all this bullshit that you're not supposed to, scratching, initiating, and doing all kinds of stuff that you don't have licencia to do.
All right.
And you don't have any cases to do.
Okay. All right. Facts. All right. So what's something else Tata can do to be kicked out of the house besides scratching over?
Doing witchcraft to each other. These certain that you do, which I'm not gonna say. Because
of course, I'm not expecting you to say what the oath is.
Yeah, so certain oaths that you say, one of them is brother never betrayed each other.
Okay.
They said do. So that oath
is very strong.
Yes, there's a lot of them.
Right.
Look in there, and if you break that, things of that you swear that you will not do, and you do, you gotta pay the price.
You gotta pay the price. And that can be life or death. Pay the price. I'm just asking.
Right. That belongs to like Kisi. Easy choice.
Easy choice.
All right?
It's not
going to kill you right away. So it depends. Might kick you out, or you might have to pay pena. They have to get 21 embarazo. Who knows? Then Kisi decides what they're going to do.
Then Kisi.
The punishment that the person is going to get.
Okay. All right. Just asking. Just asking. That's the thing about it. Tonight we want to teach the people in the world about the punishments.
And mind you, let me tell you, it's the first thing that I do, because I don't like doing this stuff.
What's
shit and you so that's not my estilo.
It's not a skill.
I'm doing it.
I'm a lucky person tonight, baby. I'm a lucky person tonight.
Keep this one.
I'm a lucky person tonight. This is going to history.
Like this again.
It's going to history. It's going to history, baby.
You might
tell me
again.
Yeah, me. Y'all don't no more.
Keep this again like that.
No more, y'all. Yeah, all right. So that's a good thing. So what are some great things that you have experienced in dealing with Malongo?
A lot. Changed my life.
It changed your life.
It changed your life. It depends that you have. You have something that God gave you the will, or somebody gave you the will to use it to your choice.
Okay.
You will pay for those choices.
Okay. All right. Cool.
If you decide to do garbage and to harm people, that's what you're gonna get.
Okay.
If you decide to use this to help people, then you're gonna receive good positive things.
Okay.
However, we swear good and we swear bad.
Alright.
Uno bueno, uno malo. Uno santo, uno doggy. Good is what, and doggy is not because to do any harm to anybody that you wish. No.
Yeah.
In order that you have to defend yourself, then you do. And it has to be in a just form. It has to be just.
So tell me this: when it comes to defending yourself with Paulo, with Malonga, when it comes to defending yourself, what type of things do you use Malonga? What type of things when people harm you, would you use Malonga? As far as you just don't use Malonga just to be using Malonga.
No, I don't do.
What type of things?
I don't.
Somebody trying to hurt you physically. Somebody trying to hurt you witchcraft. Somebody's trying to hurt your family.
It depends because
when do you use Malonga? When do you make that choice or make that choice or decision to use Malonga?
Okay, I'm gonna make that choice to be something spiritual. If you look at me bad, I'm walking in the street and you look at me the wrong way, I'm not gonna run to say that I you and do some shit.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Okay.
The weekend, if I go and he spill a cup of coffee in my pants, am I gonna run and do some work on you? No.
No. Okay.
Weekend, you throw it out like a man.
Yeah, you throw it out like a man.
Like, what's up?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, why you spilling the fucking coffee in my pants? We're gonna take it. We're gonna shoot. We're gonna shake your ass. We're gonna thump it out like man. How we gonna do this shit?
Right.
When we get it done.
Right. We're gonna handle it like men.
We're gonna handle it done.
But when it comes to you using Malonga, what
Spiritually.
Give
you
us
come to my family to harm my family.
As far as
He's
harming,
done.
when you say as far as harming,
Yeah. You have it spiritually.
Okay, spiritually.
When you come spiritually, you come from my family, that's it, you're done.
Okay.
If you come from my family, you would generalize also my God, because they're all my family.
Yeah, okay.
So if my God you come and you tell me I'm having this problem, and I think you're bullshit, I'm telling you, you're bullshit.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna do witchcraft? For that reason, nah, bro.
Yeah. Because you know it's a difference.
If I think that you're just, and the kid told me that it's just, then I will go all the way out for you.
Yeah. If it's justifiable.
It's justifiable.
Because you know it's a difference. It's a difference in the South and the North. It's a difference. And you have people out here that's just harming people just
they do
because.
it everywhere. North, South.
Yeah. I'm saying though, it's everywhere. But down south is more different because a lot of people don't know about what you would call Malonga. They call it hoodoo. They call it voodoo. People,
they mix all kinds of shit.
They mix all types of shit. They mix all types of stuff. But that's the thing about it. You have to explain to the world like what's the difference with it, because some people you say Malonga changed your life. Because
you have to educate yourself. In order for you have to educate yourself. If anybody comes to you, you got to be clear and say, listen, this is this, and this is what we use. This is not voodoo, this is not voodoo, this is Malonga. Again, so how it actually, what is that? Then you have to be educated enough to sit down and explain to this person what it is about.
Okay.
Again, now, not everybody has that ability to teach.
Okay.
I can say it in a way so simple that anybody will get it.
Mm-hmm.
You might say something similar that nobody gets it.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to explain to the person why this is about.
Okay. What is it about? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So you said, the thing why you said Malonga changed your life. Okay. Is there anything that you can give people in the world about the spirituality or about Malonga or anything when it comes to them dealing spiritually? Can you inform people in this world that the spirituality and dealing with Malonga is not an easy process from them seeing, okay, a person that's been doing it for a year, somebody that's been practicing for a year, versus a person that's been practicing for 15 years. Is any way that you can break it down to a person that says, okay, I've been initiated for a year and you've been in the game for 30 years. For a person that comes into the game that's been doing a year, feel like they're supposed to be on the level of a person that's been doing it 30 years. What type of advice can you give people to let them know, say, hey, just because you've been doing this for a year, don't think that you're supposed to be with somebody that's on a level of 30 years.
6 years of learning. I don't know what I know.
Because you see a lot of that out here in this world. Can you ad-lib on that right there? Can you tell the world also it's a lot of people that feel like I've been in this for a year, but then this person been in for 15 years, and
also depending on the person's spirituality.
Yeah. And the person's spirituality.
Yeah, right. Because there's people that they very spiritual advanced, develop to a certain extent.
Okay. They don't show it.
And they already see spirits and talk to spirits and they connect with them right quick. Versus you might come and you don't see them, you don't hear them, you don't anything. Okay, so everything depends on the person's spirituality.
Depends on the person's spirituality.
Right.
So your growth depends on your spirituality.
And how you get your spirituality? The white table, the spirit that works with the bone.
En bola. Correct?
¿Ah?
What you want
The bola.
The bola.
Porque no matter if your spiritual muerto like that are destined, you're going to guide you through life, advice, and so on and so forth. Okay. So you cannot do that, get to that point if you don't work with that. That's the foundation. If you have a house, you don't have a strong foundation, that shit is gonna crumble.
Yeah. You got a weak foundation.
And
the thing about it, starting with a house, mean you have to have a correct top. Correct?
I wouldn't say correct. Because some people, they're not even scribes.
But they gotta have someone, they gotta have a strong backbone pushing you to do the right thing in spiritual.
That knowledge to have a good conocimiento, a good understanding.
Okay, good understanding.
What is Malone that could guide you step by step.
Okay, step by step.
And you gotta be lucky enough to find that person.
Right. To find that person.
You cannot go to a drumming or go to a spiritual gathering and somebody, fake the phone. They act like they mounted. Say you 1, 2, 3 and you run and you do it. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta always people in this, not only in any form of belief.
All right.
You have to use common sense, logic, and common sense.
Some people say,
don't be a fanatic. Do not be a fanatic. No, because you play fall on the floor, I mean that is witchcraft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just because a plate fall on the floor don't mean somebody's doing something to you. Just because you ain't pulling no money this week don't mean somebody did some witchcraft to you.
Right.
Just because this ain't fall through for you or this ain't done this for you don't mean that somebody did something to you.
Hey, on the flip side, that could be your spiritual guide.
It could be your spiritual guide blocking things from hitting you to get it.
Well, not really blocking things.
So
protecting you.
Another thing, I got another question. If a person gets into dealing with spirituality, right, or dealing with Malongo or with Orishas or with just any type of spirits, okay, which we would call a muerto, correct? So someone wants to get out of that.
Out of what?
Out of dealing with, as what people say, the spirits, okay? What they say, dealing with the spirits. People that's dealing with the spirits, quote unquote, the spirits. You got it, right? For someone that wants to get out of dealing with the spirits, how about this? Let me put in your form. For someone that wants to get out of dealing with Tata Mantra, all right? Say they come to you and they get all these elecades or you get all these No. This is what they know about. This is what they know about. This is what.
I'm not doing no compoño, papi. No compoño.
Listen. Because these people have elecades nowadays. They got elecades. They don't believe in going to get people don't believe in going to get their own muerto, their own akisi, or their own things, their own tools to work on their own because they just don't have that much faith. They have more faith in their elecades than what it really costs to be the boss. So, okay, So say a person come and get all these tools from you, all right? They come get these tools and they want to get out of using these tools.
Well, one thing, if you get bullshit bitch, you just get rid of that. Number one.
Yo.
If you do all job, that can never be erased.
All right.
You can throw everything away, that can never be erased.
Oh, if you do Ocha,
Yeah,
what
if
you
you-
mean by what steps with Ocha though?
Orisha, initiated.
Okay, you get initiated with Ocha.
With Orisha,
With the
there's
Orisha.
no way that you're going to erase that.
There's no way you can erase that. There's no way you can erase.
Oh, no, I'm
initiation
not
of-
going to Orisha, you cannot say that. You will always have Ocha in your head.
Oh,
That's
Ocha,
the ceremony
yeah.
that is done. That you cannot erase that shit.
You can erase the
Yeah,
ceremony.
Palo, the
Even-
same thing. You don't fucked up, nigga. Because you done fucked up. Yeah. You cannot get an eraser and erase that shit. You can't.
No, quick, hold on.
I don't want to wait no more. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, real shit though.
Real shit.
So that's the thing about it, world. That's the thing about it, world. You people that's out here that's going to these places, going through initiation. So this is the thing about it, world. We'll come back to the world a little bit, because the whole time I've been facing my back, I've been sucking in this knowledge. So this is another thing, world, from Spoken Factz, Tata Siete Rayo. These people that's out here, that you're going out here and you connecting yourself with different type of spirits, or muertos, or what else you would call it, Tata? Spiritual beings. People that's out here connecting yourself with these things.
Or connecting yourself with bullshit.
Or with bullshit. You just can't throw it away. So that's the thing about it.
Hold on.
You can throw bullshit away.
Clarify that. You're going 100 miles per hour.
Go ahead. Clarify it, please.
If you have bees, those fugazi shit that you went in the water, nigga,
Yeah.
throw that shit in the river.
Throw that
Let's
shit in the
say
river.
if you are an aleyo is someone that have electors, like you.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't want to, I don't want to practice more, you take that. and
Okay, what, no, when you say a Leo, I know what a Leo is.
Right.
I know what that is. Some people might not know what an Aleo is.
Yeah. But yes, you could throw that away.
But
you cannot get rid of is ceremonies that are done in your hand.
You can't
like
get rid of
Orisha.
those. Yeah.
Oh, Kisimalongo. Now the rest of the shit, bees and all that, you can throw that shit away.
Yeah. But it's certain ones you can only throw away. When you're dealing with certain things.
Explain your ceremony.
It's just if you're dealing with certain things. Because some things you just
Explain to me,
get.
clarify.
Alright, if you all right. Let's for example. For example. Here we go. For example. Now the bullshit that you buy from a botanica, okay, that's the difference. But things that come from a temple.
That's the whole thing, though. What I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
If you come from a temple, all right,
Okay.
then you have to know that those are required initiations like Orisha or Kisimalongo or Voodoo. Okay.
Voodoo.
Don't get any other thing that if you don't want to deal with it, throw it in the river, whatever.
Okay.
If you don't want to deal with it.
Alright.
That's it. But what I'm trying to tell you is, when there is a big difference over spiritual stuff.
Spiritual
to Orisha and Palo. Spiritual stuff that they do beads or what is spiritual, and you don't want to deal with it no more, you throw it away. You pay the repercussion. You
pay the repercussion.
You throw it away. Listen to me. Let me clear this up. Let me get this clear. If let's say for example you doing it, how can I say, in the wrong way. Let's put it that way. I don't know if that's the right words to use at this point. They might, they might, I don't want to say punish you because I don't believe in that word as punishment, but, they might if like I said, it's a bit different when you have ceremony. However, if you're in the spiritual stuff, like they give you a bead or here for protection, and let's say he doesn't want to deal with you no more, he has two choices. Either go and give that to you, or he say, listen, I don't want to deal with this shit no more. Take it what we usually do, put it on the river.
Okay.
Don't get it because you didn't do nothing in his head or something blood-wise or ceremony that is required. So therefore, you can say, you know what, here, or either let me go to the river and get rid of it.
Okay. But when you go to the river, you're somebody you deal with at the river.
No, because you
just
mix
go to
one
the
thing with the other.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No,
Because some people don't know.
Let's say, for example, if you have a liquor, right? Now you know about Orisha. Now you know about Orisha, right?
Uh-huh.
So in that case, you could say, middle tune, he just started, giving you this back. I'm uncomfortable, or I don't want to be here, whatever the case may be. You're dealing with Orisha. I don't know Voodoo, I don't know Santa Muerte, I don't know if there's a deity or spirituality that works here. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Yeah.
So if we come to Orisha, then you put it like it's only. I don't want to heal, I don't want to have this shit on, or what? You take it to the river. However, I don't know if any other belief system, they have a spirituality that works in the river.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
Tell you?
Yeah.
So things that you cannot erase is your initiation.
Yeah, the initiation you cannot erase.
Yeah, if I put to merge, let's say merge, I give them the beads, these are protection, and merge tomorrow said, you know what? I don't think this shit is working for me. You can go and put it in the river. That's it.
All right.
I'm gonna give you a good example.
All right.
And how I got some mine, I don't want to say name. I gave him Santa La Bata.
Give me that.
I gave him Santa La Bata. At one point, he was going through some shit, so many issues in his life, and he felt that it wasn't working. What did I tell him? If you don't feel that it's not working for you, just take it, put him in the river.
Put him in the river. If you feel it's not working.
Santa La is different, because Santa La, you still don't have initiation in your head. You understand?
Yeah.
So he felt that, he regretted, he apologized after that.
Yeah.
These days, we one thing that he regretted every day, and some issues and things that he was going through. But however, I said, listen, if you're not comfortable with it, take it to the river.
Take it to the river.
Simple.
If you're not comfortable with any electric they have,
it's just choice.
Take them to the river.
If you feel that it's not working for you, then take it to the river.
Now after they, all right, so if a godchild comes to you, okay, and then Yale. No, let's stick to the basics. Let's stick to the basics. If a godchild of yours come to you in Palo, in Malongo, right, and say they don't want to be a part of Malongo anymore,
and he's scratched.
If he's scratched.
If he's in a gayo, he's still cut.
Right. Yeah.
All right. What makes it tata in certain places, which I'm not gonna say, that makes that person a tata.
All right. Okay. I know that. I know there's certain things we can talk about.
If he's in a gayo,
certain things we
get
can talk
cut in front of them and then kiss him.
All right.
He's not already waiting inside and kiss him.
All right. So if a person that comes to you and say they don't want to do something with you no more, let's be simple. Let's just say a client that comes to get Malongo work.
Or a client, those are nothing that belongs to me.
Okay.
All right. Keep walking.
If you keep on walking.
My blessings.
It's just a client.
Yeah.
Just a client. What if a godchild comes to you and say they don't want to work anymore? I don't want to play anymore. This is not fun.
You got my blessings. Keep it going.
Okay, what is it?
If you initiated, then there's certain things which I'm not gonna say, because everything that when you get initiated goes to the masango.
Okay.
And there's certain things that you do to get rid of that person no longer will have a connection with that increase.
Okay.
And some of the things that you do.
Okay.
And keep it going.
Keep on.
I give you my blessings. Why am I gonna get a hard on for?
Because a lot of people. The reason I'm asking these questions is because a lot of people get a lot of hardship with things, and they take it more personal. As far as a lot of people feel like their growth is not the same as others when they don't understand.
No. This is a topic.
This is a topic.
This is a good topic. Because there's some things. If you want spiritual growth, elevate yourself spiritually, you're not gonna go bottom line.
Okay, say that again for me.
If you want spiritual growth, you want to grow spiritually, like you do in Mesa Blanca, you're not gonna do in Palo. And there's other thing. Santa Muerte, you're not gonna grow that elevation in spirituality. Santa Muerte, it's like Palo. You go, you get one down, boom, keep it going.
Yeah.
The only thing that you can find that you can transcend and grow spiritually with praise is the Mesa Blanca.
Okay.
That's the only thing that is going to make you the Bóveda. You have the Bóveda with the cup. That's the only thing that is going to help you grow spiritually, transcend.
Okay. The only thing is, okay.
You cannot sit in Palo and help and hope to continue growing spiritually. No.
Okay.
You're not going to do that.
Okay.
You know what it is? That's what you need. Again, spiritualism is the foundation.
Okay. So you have.
The only thing that is going to help you grow spiritually is your own spiritual guides that walk with you.
It's your own spiritual guides to walk with you. That's the only way that you can grow spiritually. And that's the person that's going to elevate.
Yeah.
That's going to elevate. For a person that elevates spiritually, they have to use certain tools
and to develop his spiritual guides, to
develop his spiritual guides,
to become a good medium and grow spiritually. That's how long there's no more than that. But whoever tells you, oh, forget about that and get scratched, forget about that and do this, is lying.
No.
They're coming for your money.
Okay.
Lying.
Okay. Because everybody don't have to be initiated. You have to find out.
Exactly.
You have to find out that you need to be initiated.
Yeah, even in Ocha. Orisha is not for everybody.
Yeah.
You might do great right now.
Is it and one question, I'm sorry to cut you off. Is it a strictness to dealing with Ocha?
Everything is a rule, it's protocol. Everything that you do. Any form of belief, you have a line of protocols that you must follow.
You must follow. Okay, what if you don't follow those things? What happens?
Most of that is on you. You're going to suffer the consequences. That doesn't mean that the Orisha, let's say, they talk about Orisha, doesn't mean they're going to punish you. They say, I don't want to, move away from the topic that we're talking here, which is power. But let's say Orisha, you do Ocha. You have a year, 7 days to, as a Yawo.
Okay.
And there's certain things that you do and you don't.
Okay.
If you fuck that up, you're going to pay the repercussion. You know what I'm saying? It's not that the rich is going to punish you. No. It's just that you didn't do certain things that you were supposed to do. Therefore, you're not going to see that growth.
You're not going to see that growth. Okay, so you have to follow those rules.
You have to.
They're
there for a reason.
Okay.
You live over here in North Carolina, if the rule is don't, you got to drive a certain way, because if you don't, you're going to get a damn ticket.
Yeah.
Repercussions. Cause of effect.
Cause of effect, yeah. You're right about it. You're right about that. That's a fact. Dealing with spiritual life. It's not easy at all. As you can
struggle, you gotta go through a lot of things. People they like the easy way out. They want to develop quick. They want to sit down over there and feel discouraged and all that right away, and it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Everything is a process.
Everything is a process. You ever added on that raw?
Well, you got to put in some work.
You put a lot of words.
I have people in my house.
A lot.
They get initiated into palo, okay? But they end up doing no chance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They went to that part initiation of palo because they needed it.
Right.
But that wasn't their path. That wasn't their destiny. I got kids like that. They grow in Ocha.
Right, they run Ocha.
Don't get the case in point. The last one that I did, I called him Chango. He was trying to kiss him along, he became a tata. But what made him grow? What was his path? Well, he did Ocha. He went poof and he grew. And it might be vice versa.
Yeah.
You might do Ocha, but your path might be the spirits.
Yeah.
So
it's a difference between Ocha and the spirits.
Bueno, ahorita ya son mole, which I don't want to, get into that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that it's a difference.
It's different spirituality, yes.
Okay, so it's different spirituality. It's a split.
Yeah.
With the spirituality. So it just ain't it's a split.
If you come to see traditionally, Orisha, the only thing they practice when it comes to spiritualism is Opaiku, is ancestry.
Okay, say that again,
in Orisha, in Sheshe, what they call traditional.
Okay.
The only thing that how they work spirit is to the ancestry. Work with their ancestors.
Okay, spiritual.
You know what I'm saying? They work with their ancestors. Honoring their ancestors.
Okay, honoring this. So it is a way that you can honor your ancestors.
In Orisha.
Okay. But you have to find out which is which for you to do that.
What do you mean?
You have to figure out what's your path.
You have to. Not because you start in Palo, that means that you gotta stay there. You might start in Palo, but your path might be Orisha.
Your Orisha.
No one gets it.
No, right.
And like you go, case in point, I was initiated in Budum.
Okay.
But what was my path? In Kisimalongo. I did Ocha.
Okay.
But why do I work more? That is my life. This is my life work. follow.
Follow. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So everybody has their own share or their own destiny path.
Okay. Okay.
You know, this might help you to move forward to the next level.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
This might catapult you to wherever you need to be.
Okay, so you gotta take steps though.
Word.
You
Everything
have to take steps though. Everything in steps on. You're not gonna get everything within a year's worth of time.
No, we might say it varies once again with the person's spirituality.
The person's spirituality. And that's anywhere they go.
Anyway.
Any that's dealing with any deity.
Right.
You have to grow dealing with any deity. You have to be able to grow spiritually, correct?
You have the spiritual foundation. You have
to have your foundation down in order to grow to the next level so you can do the things that you need to do to progress. It's not an easy walk. This is not an easy walk. This is very strict when it comes to doing certain things. And a lot of people don't understand that. It's very strict on how you move. And first it starts off, would you say discipline? You gotta have a lot of discipline when it comes to being in the spiritual world and faith. You have to have it.
You believe in God, you haven't seen him. You believe in Jesus Christ, right?
No.
Have you seen him? I believe in Jesus the only way a lot of people believe in him.
Right. But I understand what you're saying.
The point that I'm saying is that you believe in Jesus, right?
Yeah, people believe in Jesus.
Have you seen him?
Never seen him.
You never seen God?
One time before.
Or you believe in
Never
God?
seen him.
You never seen him, but you believe blindly on God.
Yeah, you believe blindly.
So the point I'm trying to say is, if you love something, you have to have a blind faith.
Yeah.
You have to have a blind faith.
A blind faith. What do you consider as a blind faith?
Well, blind faith doesn't mean, you gotta give me $400 every week. In order to live my life, so you have faith.
You gotta pay your dues, baby.
Not like that.
It ain't that. Nobody's asking you people for your money. Nobody's asking you for your money.
So blind faith is believing on the Spirit.
Believing in the Spirit.
Even when you're in the toughest and roughest moment of your life, believe in the Spirit that will never let you fall down.
Say that one more time. Say it one more time, loud and clear, so the world can understand what you're saying.
Even if you're
believing in your spirit in your worstest time.
Yeah, the good and especially in the worst time, they will never let you fall down.
In your worstest time, your spirit will never let you fall down.
Never.
So a lot of people it starts off with faith. No matter what you deal with, you have to believe. Just like my godfather, my Tata just said, you never seen Jesus, you never seen God, but you have faith in him. You have faith in him. You have high faith in him. So a lot of people, and this is a word of advice from me to the world.
This ain't really not sugar.
No, I gotta show you. But this is my words to the world. Just because they might not move for you right then, don't mean they're not gonna move for you.
Right.
You have to build some type of foundation of faith with your spirituality, with your spirits, with whatever deity that you're dealing with whatever you're doing, you have to have some type of faith that at your worstest time, they're gonna pull through. Just the same way as your grandmother or your grandfather or your aunt, your cousin, your mother, your father, whoever say, when it's hard times, you jump on your knees and you pray.
Right.
So at the end of the day, when you have that faith, you have to know that things are going to fall through the way they're supposed to fall through. As long as you have faith and you pray and you do what you're supposed to do with your spirits. Correct? And for the people that don't do that, what advice you have for them? They need to do what? They don't have faith, but they want to be in this spiritual world.
You cannot be in the spiritual world without faith.
My point is that.
Period. You know what I mean? All religions have you have to have faith.
How can you be in the spiritual world? It's something that you don't see and have faith. And have no faith.
Have no faith.
You can't.
You gotta have faith. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You have to have faith in what you are doing in order for it to work. You know, you hear people talk about, I gave this offering, or I gave that offering. Guess what? did you have faith in it for it to work? If you didn't have faith into it, it's not gonna work. But if you have faith and say, hey, I'm gonna take.
Sometimes you gotta give without expecting nothing.
Without expecting anything back. Tata said to Ryo, you have anything that you want to put in or put out to the world about having faith? Or can you put out anything? Can you put out an experience that you might have had when you had to have faith when you was at your worstest time?
I mean, you can say you have faith in something, right? And say some things ain't going right for you right then, right? You say it's not going right, but it's been going right, right? So then when it's not going right, you look back and you be like, oh, this ain't going right, oh, this ain't working. You understand what I'm saying? Not understanding that it might be helping you to save you from anything. It might be protecting you at that moment from your own self.
Yeah, because you're dangerous.
You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's to sit down for you to relax and reflect on back what you was doing.
What you was doing wrong.
Right.
Because some people get in this world.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're doing something, you might have did a wrong step or make a wrong turn. You might not did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
It might, like I said, it might be something at that time, at a particular time that might be going on to protect you. From certain things.
And also, they're gonna give you what you need, not what you want.
Right. Sometimes
say it one more time. I'm sorry if you make you repeat yourself.
They're gonna give. Sometimes they're gonna give you what you need, not what you want, because sometimes what you want, they're gonna destroy you.
Right.
Yeah, buddy. You heard that, right?
That's a better way.
You heard that is an official way to say it.
Right.
Your spirits will always give you what you need and not what you want. You might want a big house and a big house and a nice car. You might not need that. You might just need a regular Hyundai or a regular little apartment just to get by to that time for you to appreciate the things that you have first, because a lot of people don't understand that you get a lot of things that people don't appreciate. A lot of people get things that they don't appreciate, and then they lose it.
And as a godfather, you got to be humble enough to let go.
To let go.
Right, to let go.
Yeah, we all know.
As a godfather, you got to be humble enough to let go. Why? Because if somebody says, I don't want to be here no more, or I want to try something else, be humble enough to say, but I'm a blessing. Because they're always going to come back to this.
They're always going to come back to
this. But if they want to try this path, you gotta let them go and try that path.
Go crash!
Not only that they're gonna crash, maybe that is their path. Maybe it's gonna work for them.
For a period of time.
No, it might be their path. Actually, but they have to learn how to find the balance on 1 and 2.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
What's the best way of finding the balance? Go and try it, right?
What you mean? Finding the balance, it means, okay, you attend to those things more like, the same. Try to maintain the balance. If you give an example, if you give this one a lighter, you give the other one a lighter. If you give this one a cigarette, don't forget about giving one the pack of cigarette also.
So you have to take care of yourself.
Don't you? You have to. You have to.
Okay, no.
But you have to maintain the balance. But remember, what I'm trying to say is, maybe this person choose to go this way because that's actually their path. However, they always gotta learn. If this works with them, they gotta maintain the balance.
Gotta maintain the balance. In Malongo, you have to maintain the balance.
Everything is about balance.
It's about balancing. So where do you hear that? The best thing to do is learn how to maintain the balancing. You know what I'm saying? And you have to learn how to maintain the balancing. But I'm not gonna hold y'all up for the rest of the night. I feel like we covered a lot of facts, a lot of spoken facts for tonight. I feel like we covered a lot of things to put people in the right path. The thing about it, the main thing I liked about what we just talked about in this night podcast was faith. You have to have faith. You have to have faith in whatever that you're doing, dealing with spirituality. If you don't have faith, nothing is going to work. I don't care if you go to this person, you go to that person, this person, that person. You don't have faith, you're going to end up with a lot of problems. You're going to end up with a lot of drama. You're going to end up with a lot of issues it's not going to be able to be fixed, especially if you burn bridges with people. So at the end of the day, if you don't have faith in what you're doing, just don't deal with it. If you're into this just to come up for money and not spirituality, just don't deal with it. So at the end of the day, correct, Tata? So at the end of the day, have faith in what you do so it can work, and understand you have to have patience. It's not going to happen overnight at the snap of the fingers. So I like what we talked about tonight. My two guests, I love the things that they said and was able to explain, and I appreciate y'all joining my show for tonight. I appreciate y'all. My godfather came all the way down 9 hours just to do this with me. He's never done this before for nobody, but he did this for me, and I really appreciate it, and I want to let you know I appreciate this. Well, so at the same time, people have faith in your spirituality so things can work. It just don't happen overnight. It just don't happen in 30 days. It just don't happen in 6 months. Don't happen in a year. Sometimes it takes for you to stumble with the spirituality world or with the spirits so you can learn how to gain 5 years from now. So have faith in what you do. Stay true to it. Be true to yourself. If something is not for you, don't do it. That's all we're going to wrap. We're going to wrap that up for tonight. I appreciate y'all coming. Till next time, we'll be putting out another podcast with different guests. Thank y'all for joining.
I feel I've been way too humble, poor in my work. I put the city on my back while y'all was still in church. The God speaking, tell a deacon he can kneel in dirt. Just me breathing on this shit.